You know what, guys? If there's one model that put MG back in the map, that would undeniably be the MG ZS. Back then kasi if you wanted a small SUV, you had to pay over ₱1,000,000. But when MG Philippines introduced the ZS, it was possible na to buy a decently sized, very practical, good-looking SUV for under ₱1,000,000. Now in 2025, we have the MG ZS Hybrid Plus. And with the new generation of fuel-efficient vehicles like hybrids and EVs, the question is, does this MG ZS Hybrid Plus still a good bang for your buck as it was before? And how does it stack up versus its competitors? My name is Paul, guys. Make sure that you're already subscribed to the channel, like and share this video. Let's get started. Alright, let's check the exterior nitong MG ZS Hybrid Plus to. Now, this design, guys, is entirely different from the previous one. Kita nyo naman yung design niya. It's a lot more grown up. It's a lot more sophisticated. Starting with these LED headlights, no? That's a full LED treatment. Then, we have this tastefully done na front grille. It is quite big, no? But for me, this sort of a new design language ng ZS nga or ng MG in general is very grown up. Anyway, let's continue. We have 18-inch alloys here. Ground clearance is I think about 160 millimeters. I could be wrong. I'll just put it there. Then if we move to the side here, it's very similar to the previous one, but it is a bit bigger. It's a lot more sculpted. Parang may BMW, parang Hyundai look from this side. No? If you look at the back here, it's there's definitely like from the previous one, but a lot more sophisticated. Check the trunk here. We have a manual tailgate. The size though, I'm just gonna put there the exact size of this. We don't have the numbers yet, but so since this is a hybrid, no, we don't have any spare tire. We do have a tire repair kit. Okay, check naman natin practically nitong MG ZS Hybrid Plus. First off, no, if we're gonna compare this to the previous generation na testing lang namin na ZS Lux, actually a little bit better. Legroom is excellent. Ito na yung driving position ko, no, and it's super luwag. We do have a small transmission tunnel here, but it's not so bad. 3 people should actually be perfectly fine here. And then, yun nga lang, wala nga lang tayong center armrest here. Pero the nice thing is, this has a 64 display, and then you have 2 air vents there, and we also have 1 USB-A port. Headroom is actually very, very good. And by the way, guys, itong test unit kasi is wala siyang sunroof. Pero for those who are gonna buy the Hybrid Plus, no, meron na yan.
The MG ZS comes in 4 variants, starting from the Comfort, the Luxury, the Sport, and this Hybrid Plus. We'll have the full details on our website. Now, under the hood of this Hybrid Plus is a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine combined with an electric motor. This gives a total of 197 PS and 250 Newton meters of torque. This is coupled with a 3-speed hybrid transmission and lithium-ion battery. Now, even though the ZS Hybrid only has a 41-liter gasoline tank, we can still get pretty far. We managed to get around 25 kilometers per liter, and even MG Philippines managed to get as high as 30 kilometers per liter. Safety-wise, the ZS has a great set of standard equipment. Even for the lower variants, get hill start assist, hill descent control, ABS, cornering brake control, and many more. One of the key advantages of the higher variants such as the Hybrid Plus is MG Pilot. You get adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, forward collision warning, 360 camera, traffic jam assist. Finally, the MGZ has a 5-year or 100,000 kilometer vehicle warranty. You get 24/7 roadside assistance, and then an 8-year battery warranty or 160,000 kilometers.
Alright, so now we're here at the interior look of this MG ZS Hybrid Plus. First off, one of the biggest improvements is definitely the interior. It is so much more plus. Just like I said with my other reviews of MG cars, no, this is one of my favorite steering wheels. It's got a really nice feel to it. Tapos, it's nicely sized. This one has finally, unlike yung previous generation ng ZS, this has reach and tilt controls. Very, very nice. And then you have chrome accents here, also on your aircon vents there. Now, this on top is still plastic, but there's a ton more na soft touches, like for example, in dito sa siding na to. Tapos you also have it here. Here is some, I'm not sure if it's brushed aluminum. Either way, it looks nice. Tapos here we have our doors na pretty much, I think it's roughly the same as before. Also, dito yung controls mo sa side mirror mo and also sa headlights. And then we have itong instrument cluster natin. Now, if you look at the side mirror there, okay naman, it's a little bit small. Pero okay na rin. I didn't find it, parang di naman bitin siya. And then, if you look here at the infotainment screen niya, no, I love na ganitong design na other than yung madalas kasi di ba dito sa harapan mo eh. But now, it's a little bit lower, which is, I think, for me, no, the most ideal. Kasi at least you can focus on the road. Although, yeah, ang tendency mo nga lang kapag sa map, titingin ka doon. Pero at the very least, majority of the time is nakatingin ka nga labas and you're not distracted by it. This screen, performance-wise, no, is also pretty good. Now, this has the very intuitive naman yung interface niya. So, makita nyo naman na you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto there. Wired nga lang siya. And you do have, for example, the AC controls mo is there. Very, very easy naman to understand. Ito may built-in navigation siya, pero, well, that doesn't work. Then you have your music here. You have Bluetooth, you have USB, the radio. And then if we go to here, ito yung very, very quickly lang, no, I'm gonna show you the different functions here. For example, lamps is of course yung headlights mo, yung follow me home function, and then ito yung find my corresponds when you use the key fob, which is this one. It's medyo disappointing lang talaga yung key fob ng MG. These days, they're just very, very basic. I hope they really sort of flare that up or just make it fancy. Make it a little bit fancy. Tapos if we jump to the center console naman, this has a very nice design. Itong gear lever. You have a big start-stop button. Your electric parking brake there. This is where you switch your drive modes. Would have been nice if it was bit higher, but that's okay, you'll get used to it. So again, like I said, meron tayong 2 cup holders there. You have space, you have another space there for your things there. Then yeah, so looking out naman is actually very, very good. Ito nga lang, wala kang bakit walang vanity light. Oh well. And then, ito may very useful na pocket here, no? Which is you can probably put a phone, maybe a power bank, something that you need to sort of, yung kailangan mo ma-reach ka. That's very good. And then, this seats naman here, they're a little less, parang bolstered or hindi siya kasing lambot like the previous generation or other seats ng MG. But still, it's very sportive and hindi ka naman mapapagod habang nakaupo ka dito.
Other features of the MG ZS are its front-wheel drive, has McPherson front suspension and torsion beam at the back. You get 6 speakers for the Hybrid Plus, which sound pretty good, and a 6-way electronic adjustments for the driver.
So guys, if you remember when the first MG ZS was released now, there was hardly any options of getting an SUV for under 1 million. No? So this was offered, if I can remember, under 900,000 for its base model. Eh. So and, that offered so much value. And when you think about it, no, its size, especially its looks, and of course its practicality, that was a great value at the time. And even now, it's still one of the most popular models of MG. And so for 2025, no, it has so much competition with the likes of the Chinese and of course the Japanese brands who also have, hybrid offerings. So in terms of driving dynamics of this ZS Hybrid Plus, no, una, it has 200 horsepower, and that is a lot. Before, even anything under 180 horsepower, that's still quick. But this has 200 horsepower and a ton of torque as well. So this can accelerate from 0 to 100 in about 8.7 seconds, and that's not slow. And then comfort is actually pretty good. The NVH is reasonably controlled, and then yung ride naman is also pretty good. Okay din yung ride niya. It's a bit on the firm side, pero I don't mind kasi it's actually, not bad. Pretty good na rin. And then you have 3 driving modes. So you have Eco, Normal, and Sport. So, for the past few days, I've actually been just driving on Normal and trying to switch on Eco. Okay na rin actually kahit normal kasi mabilis na rin, to be honest. And then kapag Sport, the biggest difference for me is of course the steering weight. There's not a whole big difference kapag gusto mo ng Sport na, when it comes sa driving dynamics niya. The only difference really is yung weight ng steering. Pero still, if you sort of switch this to Sport, no, you can definitely pull, and there's a decent amount of power when you want to overtake. When it comes dito naman sa steering feel, no, you could tell naman na, for example, kapag sport mode na siya, talagang it's getting heavy, pero it's not the most sporty. It's not really sort of urging you to drive quickly. Now, if you are going for a hybrid, obviously your target would be yung fuel consumption, yung fuel efficiency. Now, so I've been driving this for about 3 days now, no? And it's been incredible. Not to mention that this test unit that we have is really new. It's straight out of the dealership, no? I got it 20 kilometers pa lang, so hindi pa siya nabi-break in. So I've been getting around 16 kilometers per liter just on the city pag traffic na. And then when I try to put it a little bit in a long drive, if my computations are correct, it's around 23 to 25 kilometers per liter. And that is really good for, hindi pa nga nabi-break in eh. So I'm really, really impressed with the fuel efficiency of this. And, after a couple of days, nagtataka nga ako is that correct? Tama ba yung measurement niya? But either way, if you check the other figures naman from the other reviewers, no, especially sa mga European reviewers, which this is also being sold, you could tell naman na it's definitely fuel efficient and it's fairly okay when it comes to driving dynamics naman. So there you guys have it. That's my review of the MG ZS Hybrid Plus. So what do I think about this car? Just like I said with my previous MG car reviews, I love this new generation of exterior and especially the interior of this Hybrid Plus. It's even more practical than before. It's also fun to drive with its 200 horsepower hybrid engine. And most especially, this is definitely one of the most fuel efficient hybrids that are locally available. So I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a practical, good looking, and super fuel efficient of a family car. So, I hope you like this video. Make sure that you're already subscribed to the channel. Visit our website at testdrive.com.ph. My name is Paul. You've been watching Test Drive PH. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.